Area High School Baseball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon and welcome to Silex High School. A little baseball on a Tuesday as the Bowling Green Bobcats come into town to face the Silex Owls in an EMO matchup. Mark Fronick here at the old ballpark at Silex, and these two teams kind of heading in opposite directions right now. Silex, a very young team, but they put together some good performances this season. Bowling Green started the season very competitive, but they've been run-ruled in their last few. We'll tell you about both of these teams and where they stand as far as records go when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102 Sports.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. Open every day 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
And welcome back to Silex, getting ready for the Owls and the Bowling Green Bobcats here this afternoon. Mentioned Bowling Green kind of having a tough start to the season. They lost their first 6 in a row, Hallsville, Centralia, Veritas, Community, Palmyra, North Callaway, before finally picking up a 17-5 win 12 days ago against the Mark Twain Tigers. But since then, they've dropped 3 in a row. Being 10-run to each time, lost 12-0 to Winfield. At Montgomery County, they lost 14-2, and then another shutout, 10-0 at Macon yesterday. So they have a bit of a rough patch right now and hoping to get things right here in a district game. But Silex has been pretty tough. Although their record just 4-4 on the season, they've got some quality wins in there. They beat Ellsbury, who's a little down this year, 10-0. They beat Mark Twain as well, 17-5. They beat Clopton, handing them their first loss at their new ballpark last week, 12-1 score in that one. But they did fall on the 16th, so a day after that at Wright City. By 9, 13-4 final on that one. So this is their first game in 6 days, opening up a new week. They've got Bowling Green today. They're on the road on Thursday at New Bloomfield before taking on Van Far on the 28th. As we're starting to get into the nitty and gritty of the schedule here before we start district tournaments coming up on the 16th of May. So got to pick up some wins, help that district seeding now. It's an important time of year, and you want to especially get conference wins, as Bowling Green has finished their infield. I think Silex took theirs already, so they should be exchanging lineup cards soon. So we'll take a break, come back with your keys to the game for these two teams after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Ackles Farm Market, Noah Builders, and Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Candwalder Real Estate.
Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals. Join thousands of satisfied customers and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
This is Jonah Jones with Community State Bank of Missouri. At Community State Bank, we believe in keeping your money where it matters, here at home. Community State Bank is committed to serving our neighbors with personalized financial solutions. Whether you're looking to grow your savings or need a loan for that next big step, we are here to help. Your loan decisions are made by people who understand your needs because we live here too. Community State Bank of Missouri with branches in Bowling Green and Troy. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Candwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game. Silex has Chase Mullen going, and he was very good against Clopton last week. So Bowling Green going to have to be disciplined at the plate, learn the strike zone, and that's Craig Smith, the Louisiana principal, calling balls and strikes today. So they're going to have to learn his strike zone and adjust to it because Chase Mullen can hit spots, especially with 2 strikes. So Bowling Green going to have to be selective, going to have to play good defense as well. They can't give this Silex team extra outs because they will make you pay. Coach Ken Hufty's team very good at turning mistakes into runs. They had a chance to close out Clopton in 5 innings the other day, and Clopton was able to keep it going the full 7, but still they looked in control that entire game. So they're going to have to continue to play like that. Bowling Green going to have to play a very good game here on the road to take down these Silex Owls. Those are our keys to the game. We've got starting lineups coming up in just minutes on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins, Barnes Roots and Herbs, and Mike Henry Excavating.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Gambino's Eatery in downtown Louisiana is hiring. We're looking for someone energetic, independent, and motivated to join our kitchen crew. If you enjoy kitchen, prep, and cooking, don't mind a little cleaning, and take pride in your work, we want to hear from you. You'll need to work well both on a team and independently. We're looking for someone dependable who wants to stick around and grow with us. Part-time or full-time positions available with competitive pay. Apply online now at gambinoseatery.com.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups first for the visiting Bobcats. Coach Matt Jane leads it off with the catcher, number 9, Mason Murray. Then the center fielder, number 8, Brady Huber. Pitcher bats third, number 33, Graydon Coleman. Then the shortstop in the cleanup spot, Brendan Scherter. He wears number 5. The third baseman is in the 5 spot, number 3, David Troutman. Then number 1, a second baseman, Hunter Ince. Alex Reedy bats 7th. Carson Knies, the left fielder, bats 8th, and then Calvin McCurdy will bat 9th. Getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take a break, come back with the Silex starting lineup next.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Lynn's Heritage House, your home for affordable and home-like senior living, is perfect for independent seniors or those needing assistance with daily activities. Lynn's has a dedicated staff providing around-the-clock support and comprehensive health monitoring. Residents can relish the same lifestyle they've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing help is available when needed. If you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or needs care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's to set up a tour and visit soon. Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana.
Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service specializes in all things plumbing, from repairs and professional installations to detailed camera inspections and new home construction. Their expert team has you covered. Experience quality plumbing done right. Call Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service today at 573-719-9474.
And your starting lineup for the Silex Owls. They'll lead it off with the right fielder, number 7, Jack Johnson. Pitcher bats second, Chase Mullen. Then the shortstop, number 13, Joe Dameron. Cleanup hitter is the second baseman, number 5, Ryder Whitman. Then the first baseman, number 30, Ethan Beagle. The left fielder bats sixth, Dylan Benton. He wears 21. Then the catcher, number 31, Gage Hubbard. Third baseman bats eighth, number 33, Cameron Garcia. And the center fielder bats ninth, number 15, Evan Mailer. Chase Mullen on the mound, starting his warm-up pitches, so we'll set the Silex defense across the outfield. It's Benton in left, Mailer in center, Jack Johnson in right. Cameron Garcia is the third base, and Joe Dameron at short. Ryder Whitman at second. Ethan Beagle over at first, and Gage Hubbard behind the plate. For the Bobcats, again, Murray, Huber, Coleman, Scherter, Troutman, Ince, Reedy, Knies, and McCurdy is the starting 9 in the order for Matt Jane. He's assisted by Mike Jennings, Jacob Langley. Ken Hufty is assisted by Cole Dickerber. And we are just about ready for baseball here on a Tuesday from Silex. EMO conference matchup. It's the righty Chase Mullen taking on Graydon Coleman for the Bobcats. As Mullen breaks off a curveball. Coach Jennings making his way down to the first base box, so he'll throw one more. Yeah, maybe one more after that, and then we'll get this game underway here from beautiful Silex Ballpark. Dual fields here. Road in between. Baseball diamond, softball diamond across the street. Saw some track practice going on a little earlier. Now everyone's settling into their seats. Of course, the first row here is actual stadium-style seats. And there's a nice spot for folks to bring their folding chairs or set up on the hill off to the third base side. As Mason Murray digs in, Chase Mullen from the full wide gets this game underway with a ball high and a 1-0 count. So Murray ahead in the count. And the next from Mullen is swung on and missed. Evens things up at 1-1. Good fastball from the Silex righty. Play him straight away, infield and outfield. About 5 steps off the bag on each line. This one hit into dead center field and down for a hit for Murray. Just kind of ran out of steam in front of Evan Mailer. And the leadoff man is on for the Bowling Green Bobcats. Just put it right over the head of the pitcher into center field. And that'll bring in Brady Huber. Hubers love baseball. And he steps in to the right-hand batter's box. Toe on the ground, front heel in the air. Weight back, and Mullins' pitch is in the dirt. Good stop by Hubbard, and a 1-0 count. Runner stays at first because of that block. Huber wears number 8. Bowling Green. Like those uniforms, the red on black. Gray pants. And the 1-0 pitch from Mullen is fouled out of play, or off the screen, to even the count at 1-1. Off to the first base side. And the runner, Murray, goes back to first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on. Slight breeze going from right field to left across the outfield. Check on that runner at first, and the ball gets away. Beagle will have to chase it down. The runner will advance to at least second. He'll stop there. Won't make the turn, and an error on the pitcher puts a runner in scoring position. And now Hubbard out from behind the plate to set the defense. Here with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. 1-1 counts Brady Huber. Long look from Mullen. Looks back at that runner now, and time called and granted at the plate. Chase took too long. Brady said, Now Hubbard going to go out and go through the signs. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Nobody out. 287 down the right field line. 310 at the pole in left. Straightaway center is 360 here at Silex. They do have the high fence on that short porch in right. One ball, 1 strike. And the next from Mullen heads to the plate high for ball 2. Seems like a long first inning for Mullen. He's really being deliberate on top of the hill. Hasn't quite found his groove yet, allowing the leadoff single, now falling behind Huber. 2-1. That one up high and in. 3 balls and a strike. Be Brady Huber in a hitter's count now. Runner takes his lead off second. That's Murray. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big cut from Huber. Now he'll be mired in a 3-2 count. Mullen wants an out. Huber wants an RBI. The payoff pitch from the righty is fouled off the catcher. We'll do it again. This will be the 10th pitch of the inning. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Huber digs in. Look for Mullen. Runner standing in his leadoff at second base. Now everyone's ready. And a 3-2 pitch is low, and he walked him. First 2 have reached for Bowling Green, and that's a positive start for the Bobcats. They've only scored 2 runs over the last 3, being run ruled in each. Shut out twice in that span. First and second, nobody out. Coleman, the pitcher, stands in. That's a strike on the outside corner. Martinson, the field umpire, Craig Smith behind the plate. The 0-1. Didn't break. Evens count of 1-1. Hung up and in. Coleman took the ball and evens the count. Runners take their leads off first and second. Nobody out for Bowling Green here in the top of the first inning. That one is blasted, a long foul ball down the left field line. That had home run distance, but it was about 25-foot foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Jumped all over that one. Did the Bobcat pitcher. Just ahead of it. Now he's down in the count, 1-2. Runners take their leads again. The pitch called on the corner, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. First strikeout recorded by Chase Mullen today. Brings in Brendan Scherter. He'll dig into the left-hand batter's box in that cleanup spot for Bowling Green. Runners at first and second, still less than 2 outs. And the pitch is a strike called. 0-1. Scherter almost all the way back. Definitely toes on the line on the inside part of the left-hand batter's box. Runners take their leads again, not being held at first. This one is hit to the shortstop. Double play ball out at second, and that's the only one they'll get. The throw was high. There's 2 away. Didn't want to rush it, throw it away, and be down a run. So fielder's choice, put Scherter aboard. Goes 6-4 on the putout. At second base, runner advances to third. That's Murray. So you got Murray at third, Scherter at first, now with 2 outs. Bowling Green trying to scratch across a run here, grab an early lead. Have to do it with 2 outs. And David Troutman at the plate. In the right-hand batter's box. He swings and misses. The first pitch he sees, 0-1. David wears number 3. 5th place in this Bowling Green lineup. Got that front foot actually pointed back toward the backstop. Twisted, and a swing and a miss. He's behind the count, 0-2. Bowling Green got the first 2 to reach, had runners at first and second, nobody out. Strikeout, a fielder's choice. Now it's first and third with 2 down and an 0-2 count. Mullen trying to get out of the inning. The pitch to Troutman, just got a piece, sends it back to the screen, and it's still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chase Mullen looks in for his sign. Runners take their leads off of first and third. From the stretch, he kicks, delivers, missed the outside corner. Runner will take second as it's squeaked away from Hubbard behind the plate. So you lose that force out. You're still ahead in the count, 1-2. As Troutman did a good job not chasing on that curveball that left the zone outside. Second and third, 2 outs. Troutman ready. Mullen's pitch. Up high, 2-2. This will be pitch number 23 of the inning for Mullen. Looks back at that runner at second, now delivers. Got him with the curveball looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mullen. Bowling Green leaves a pair aboard, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Silex coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Heading to the bottom of the first, no score. The Bowling Green defense looks like this. Carson Canese in left, Brady Huber in center. Calvin McCurdy is in right. David Traumat's the third baseman. Brendan Schroeder is the shortstop. Hunter Ince at first, or at second. Alex Reedy at first. Mason Murray behind the plate, and Graydon Coleman taking his warm-up tosses. Finally got his catcher out there, who had the leadoff hit. Throw goes down. And we're ready for action here in the bottom of the first inning for Silex. It'll be Johnson, Mullen, and Dameron. Then Whitman, Beagle, Benton, Hubbard, Garcia, and Mailer if the inning goes that far. Jack Johnson, left-handed hitter, will lead things off. No batting gloves for Jack. He's a freshman, takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike. We're underway in the bottom of the first inning, and that one is fouled off. Count quickly 0-2. Goes over the tarp and past the visitors' bullpen. Johnson back in. And the 0-2 pitch is chopped to the third baseman under his glove and into short left field. Just kind of a seeing eye single for Johnson, and Silex has their first hit of the day. Third baseman Troutman was expecting a bigger bounce. It kind of flattened out on him, got under the glove of Schroeder as well, and all the way out to Canese in left. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Is Coleman not a fancy windup by any means? He does the minimum and flings it up there. That one outside, 1-1. Good velocity. So far, he's hung out on the outside corner. Proves me wrong, puts it up and in for ball 2. 2-1 to Chase Mullen, pitcher against pitcher. And the next runner goes. Pitch outside, throw down is not in time. And it's a stolen base for Johnson. 3-1 the count. Three and one the count. Johnson takes his lead off of second. They're in scoring position with nobody out. And that one up high, and it's a walk to Mullen. So this is very similar to the top of half of the inning. A hit and a walk, and the first 2 are on. Bowling Green wasn't able to score. Get Joe Dameron in there to try and change that script. Bowling Green laid out. Coleman's pitch, outside, ball 1. Graydon Coleman, the next. Up high. Dameron laid off. 2-0. Coleman, a sophomore. Showing bunt. And he bunts it back to the pitcher. Ahead 2-0 on the count. He'll move the runner. Oh, he dropped the ball at first base and everyone's safe. Just kind of handcuffed Reedy. I think he was looking maybe at the runner rounding third, and now the bases are loaded. On the air by the Bobcat first baseman. E3, and the sacks are jammed. Still nobody out. There's a strike called on the first pitch to the cleanup man, Ryder Whitman. That one in on the hands and forced to the Silex bullpen beyond the first base dugout. Oh, 0-2. It is the count to Whitman. He's gone up there swinging. That one almost back to the screen. Good reach by Mason Murray behind the plate. Ball and 2-strike count. You never know how that's going to carry him. That could have been a run for the Owls. Oh, good curve there. And that's strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon by Coleman. My knees were locked on that one. Brings in Beagle. Ethan Beagle. The first baseman. Had a good game against Clopton last week. And takes a strike. 0-1. Beagle against Clopton. Had a 3 RBI day. Walk and a hit, sacrifice. That pitch misses, 1-1. This one hit in the air, center field. Huber having to run for it. He's got it. Runner tags. He's got an arm. Throw to the plate is up the line just a bit. Murray couldn't grab it on the fly, and the sacrifice is good, and the Owls lead 1-0. Runner advanced from second to third as well. There's 2 down. That's a very hard fly ball for Huber to throw off of because it was so high that you're kind of throwing flat-footed, and Brady's got a heck of an arm. So now it's first and third, 2 outs, 1-0 Silex. On the sacrifice fly, and they've got the runner picked off. There's 2 outs. Get the out. And everybody's going to be safe. Well, at least the run will score. They still got Dameron caught in the rundown. And he is out at first. But he stayed in the rundown long enough to get that second run across as Mullen came around and scored the second run. So 2 cross for Silex. They lead after 1 inning, 2-0 over Bowling Green. Bobcats coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
2-0 Silex after one full inning. And it's going to be 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Inns to lead things off, then Reedy and Kenese, and a strike called on the first pitch to Hunter Inns. So Silex gets a couple. They had the bases loaded with nobody out. That one in the dirt and away, 1-1. Pittsfield leading Pleasant Hill on the softball diamond, 1-0. On the baseball diamond, 9-0. The Saukees lead the Wolves. That was the softball game, as that one was a strike. Softball game on KJFM Radio. Here from Eagle 102 Sports. Jim Ross, April Froelich on the call there, as that's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Hunter Inns. Third strikeout recorded in this ball game for Chase Mullen. So the leadoff man retired. That brings in the number 7 hitter, Alex Reedy, the first baseman. And Mullen puts that one off the glove of Hurd all the way back to the screen for ball 1. Alex, a sophomore. Brady Huber, the lone upperclassman. He's a senior on this Bowling Green team. Everyone else, sophomores and freshmen for the Bobcats, as that one rides high, 2-0. Mullen closing in on 30 pitches already in this game after he allowed a couple of base runners in the top of the first. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1. One cut in on the right-hand batter. Dropped to his shoelaces as he swung through. The 2-1. Up high, 3 balls and a strike. Kenese and McCurdy the next two. 3-1 count. Bowling Green would love a 1-out walk. Instead, a swing and a miss, and the count goes full. That's what I like about Chase Mullen. He's not afraid to throw something with break on a 3-ball count. But he misses just off the plate there, and it is a 1-out walk on the 3-2 pitch. Second walk issued. That's Bowling Green's third base runner. And brings in the number 8 hitter, Carson Kenese. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the second, and a swing and a miss, late swing by Kenese, 0-1. Carson, another sophomore. McCurdy on deck as a freshman. And the 0-1 rides in, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Runner at first is Reedy, takes a short lead. Maybe 3 steps, short ones. And the next is chopped to the first baseman. Beagle going to step on the bag, then throw to second. They'll get the tag and the double play. An inning-ending double play. That one goes 3-6. stepped on first, threw to the covering shortstop to tag the runner, and got the twin killing to retire the side here in the top of the second inning. It's still 2-0 Silex. The Owls coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Drayton Coleman delivers the first pitch at the bottom of the second outside to Dylan Benton. Gage Hubbard, Cameron Garcia, 6, 7, and 8. If anyone gets on, Evan Mailer will bat for the first time. This one popped out of play and up the hill. 1 ball, 1 strike. Silex got both their runs in the bottom of the first as this one is hit to the shortstop and through the legs of Scherter. That's going to be an error on the Bobcats, and the leadoff man is on. He's kind of backing up a little bit, flat-footed. Ball took a hop on him, went right through the legs. E6 puts Benton on for Gage Hubbard. Hubbard takes a ball high. That was our key to the game for Bowling Green, in addition to having good at-bats, which they've had good at-bats so far. Haven't produced any runs as of yet, but there's a strike called, 1-1. Could not give Silex extra outs. And even when Silex has made a mistake on the base pass, getting in that rundown, they were able to hold it for a run. As this one's popped up, and the catcher will catch it. Murray, and it's going to be a double play, is out at first. Caught the bunt in the air in foul territory, throws down and doubles off Benton. So that erases the error. And there's 2 down. Good play by Mason Murray. Double play goes 2-3. Pop out. And the out at first base. That one's a strike, 1-1 the count. To Cameron Garcia. That one fouled off. There's someone down there with a camera that almost took that one right to the lens. Tough place to be. The 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, base is empty, and that's up high. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The next from Coleman. Got him swinging. They'll have to throw down to complete the out, and they do. Made it a little tricky. Tripped over the bag at first, did Reedy. But the out is recorded. Strikeout 2-3 on the put out, and Silex goes down quietly in the bottom of the first inning. No, bottom of the second inning. We're going to the third already here at Silex on a Tuesday. The Owls lead the Bowling Green Bobcats 2-0 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Hi, I'm Tara Grody with People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Missouri. As a true community bank, we're here for you today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Looking for a new bank? We make switching easy. Keep your banking local and bank where you matter. Visit us online at OURPSB.com. People's Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
9-1-2 for the Bobcats, trailing 2-0 here as we start playing the third. It'll be Calvin McCurdy, the freshman, taking a strike to start his first at bat of the afternoon. 0-1. McCurdy, then Murray and Huber. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Double play helped Mullen get through the second inning quickly. Both teams turn a double play in the second as that one drops low and in for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter for the Bobcats. The next from Chase Mullen. Fouled off. Good job by the freshman staying alive. Still a ball and 2 strikes. McCurdy wears number 25, bats from the right-hand side. Picture perfect day for baseball. That's why we got 2 from Eagle 102 Sports. The next, did he hold? No, he didn't. Swing and a miss. Rung up is McCurdy on the check swing. That's the first out here in the top of the third inning. Back to the top of the order now for Mason Murray. Started that double play by catching a bunt in the air in foul territory. Threw down to first. That one bounces in for ball one. Also made a good block on strike 3 and was able to throw down to complete that play as well. 1-0 is chopped past the third baseman and into left field. Benton gets it back in quickly, holds him to a single. And Bowling Green has a little something going with a 1-out hit. Second hit of the day for Mason Murray. He's 2 for 2. And I'll bring in Huber, the center fielder. His arm was on display. Delivered a strong throw, flat-footed from short center field. Just got away from Murray and allowed the first run to score. This one chopped foul to the on-deck circle. Coleman played the carom well. And gives it back to his counterpart, Chase Mullen, on the top of the rubber. 0-1 to Huber. He walked and was forced out at second base. On a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Low and in. And a 1-1 count to Huber. Runner at first is Murray. Takes a decent lead, about 4 steps off of first base. Mullen looks over there. Looks again. Now comes set in the stretch position. Kicks, delivers, runner goes. And it's a bunt foul, he'll have to come back. Now Huber behind in the count, 1-2. I think they were trying to get Murray all the way to third on a bunt attempt. It was a run and hit. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at first. Mullen again. Ready. And delivers. This one chopped to the shortstop. Slow roller. Bobbled. And everybody's going to be safe. Error on Dameron. There's 2 aboard. He was just trying to do a little too much there before he had control of that ball. E6. Now there's runners at first and second for Coleman, who struck out looking his first time up. Second time the Bobcats have had multiple runners aboard. They've had runners on in each inning. Mullen having a pitch out again, and the curveball bounces off the plate for ball 1. So very quick second inning. Now Bowling Green trying to get this game tied up in the top of the third. First and second, 1 out. The next, off the glove of the catcher. It's a strike called, and the runners advance to second and third. One and one the count. Single to the outfield. Maybe ties it. And Hubbard has to readjust the shin pads. He may have got more than just crossed up with his pitcher. He may have got crossed up with his equipment on that last pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Mullen wants a pop-up on the infield or a strikeout. Already struck out Coleman once. Graydon didn't like the call. It's on the outside corner high, and that one is a strike called on the curveball. And again, Hubbard couldn't hang on to it, but he got the call. 1 and 2. Hubbard going to have to hold on here. The 1-2 pitch to Graydon Coleman. Pitcher against pitcher, and this one is hit into short left field. It'll get a run home. They'll have to hold the other runner at third, and it's 2-1, an RBI single. Good 2-strike hitting there. Graydon Coleman to get Bowling Green into this ball game. 2-1. Now runners at the corners with just 1 out. And Scherter could tie this game up with anything except for maybe a pop-up to that right side. A swing and a miss is strike 1. And now Hubbard going to reset the defense. Throw out the signals. The lefty digs back in. Scherter behind the count, 0-1, 1 out. That one misses low. Evens things up. 2-1 our score. Silex clinging to that lead. Bowling Green has the tying run at third base. Go ahead run at first. And a 1-1 count. Popped up on the infield. Who wants this one? Third baseman Garcia makes the catch. That's a big out for Mullen and the Owls. So still runners at the corners now with 2 away. And it'll be Troutman. He was a strikeout victim. His only at bat. That ended the Top of the first inning. He wants a hit here. David ready. Chase Mullen ready. Runners at the corners, 2 down. And the curveball is a called strike. Good looking curveball for Mullen to get ahead in the count. Trying to end this Bowling Green rally. Runners take their leads. Short leads off of first and third. And the next heads to the plate. This one chopped back to the pitcher. Thought about coming home with it, then thrown away. And Bowling Green has tied the game on an error by Chase Mullen. Now they got the runner almost stuck off of first base. Oh, he fell in love with that out right in front of him coming home. They could have thrown him out there, tried for the safe out, but didn't have his feet set. Now it's runners at the corners in a tie ball game. E1. No RBI. And over to third goes Coleman. So now the go-ahead run at third base with 2 outs. And the batter is Hunter Ince. He was a strikeout victim to start the second inning. So, in the dirt. Pulled back the bunt look, 1-0. Long inning. We're in a 2-2 ball game. The next, high, and the runner will take second. Indifference on that one. So now there's 2 runners aboard and a 2-0 count. Or 2 runners in scoring position and a 2-0 count. 2 outs. The next to Ince, high again. I think right now would be a good time for Hubbard to go out and talk to his pitcher. He stays behind the dish. Chases. He is mad at himself, and it's causing his pitches to rise up high. That one low, and a 4-pitch walk to Ince. Loads the bases now for Alex Reedy. And now coming out of the dugout is Ken Hufty, and the entire crew will go out and talk to Chase Mullen. I understand it. You make the error, the game gets tied because of it. And those pitches just, you grip the ball harder, you try and throw it 110. It's just not the way to do it. You got to take a little walk around the mound, get yourself right. And we're going to have a pitching change, it looks like, as Jack Johnson is going to come in a 2-2 ball game. Top of the third inning, tied at 2 with the bases loaded. A pitching change is coming. There'll be other changes defensively as well. We'll take a break, come back with more baseball. It's Bowling Green and Silex tied at 2 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance needs. Call or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. Open every day 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
So Jack Johnson comes in from right field. I believe Dylan Benton went from left to right. Garcia moves from third base to left field. Mullen goes from pitcher to the third base. Bases loaded, 2 outs. All 3 runners belong to Chase Mullen, and Johnson has his sign. The lefty pitches from the stretch, 3 inherited runners, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Reedy. Kind of a 3/4 swing there. 2-2 ball game here in the top of the third. Big spot for Johnson, and he throws it back to the screen, and they will hold the runners. 1-1 the count. Late break by Coleman off at third. The big guy. He's going to take a better jump and a better carom to score him from third on a wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson against Reedy. And that one drops low. 2-1. Nowhere to put Alex. Carson Canese, the on-deck hitter. Bowling Green has sent, this is the 8th batter of the inning. They've scored twice so far. 2 outs, 2 on the count. Up high, 3 balls and a strike. Reedy has already walked once, was erased on a double play. The old 1-6 double play. And he walked him. And Bowling Green has their first lead of the ball game at 3-2. RBI walk. That walk, or that run, is charged to the starter Mullen. He's got 2 more runners attributed to him. So unless he comes back into pitch, he won't get a win today. Johnson delivers a strike called to Carson Canese, the 9th hitter of the inning. He grounded to the first baseman to start that 1-6 double play. That ended the top of the second inning, batting again here in the third. Throw to first and just back in safely. On that snap throw from the catcher is Reedy. 1-1 the count. Johnson delivered first pitch strike to Reedy and threw 4 out of the zone. First pitch strike to Canese. Now that one called a strike. Late call. And Canese set up 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Bowling Green has scored 3 in the inning to take a 3-2 lead over Silex. Jack Johnson kicks and delivers. Missed inside. Tried the same pitch that he got the strike call on. A little deeper inside. Evens count of 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next. Outside, swung on and missed. A late swing. Canese helps Johnson and the Owls out and leaves the bases loaded. Again, Bowling Green scores 3 times in the inning, takes advantage of a couple of Silex mistakes, and now lead going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-2 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Ackles Farm Market, Noah Builders, and Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals. Join thousands of satisfied customers and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bowling Green is taking the lead heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Johnson walked a man to break the deadlock, but was able to get the strikeout. And it'll be for Silex, the 9-1-2 hitters, as that one's outside on the first pitch to Evan Mailer. Mailer, then Johnson and Mullen. As Silex tries to draw this one even up and in. And we'll see how Graydon Coleman pitches with the lead, although it's a slight one, 3-2. Here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Up high, 3 balls and no strikes. Coleman against the number 9 man Mailer. 4 straight. Ooh, gives him the high strike. 3-1. Now we'll see what Mailer does. 3-1. Yeah, pitch. Took that thought out of his head as it went up and in for a leadoff walk. Leadoff man is on for the Owls, and the tying run at that with Mailer, and the pitcher Johnson will come in. Runner at first, nobody out. And it hit him. Actually, you said missed that front leg. It looked like it made contact, but he didn't react. Runner takes second as it goes to the screen. So we'll keep Johnson in there. 1-0 the count. This one guided toward the gap in left center and will get down. Bobbled out there in left field. The run will come across, and we're tied at 3. So Johnson gets a run back. We'll give him the RBI hit as Mailer comes around. And we're knotted at 3 apiece. That does hit Chase Mullen up and in with the fastball. Hit by pitch, puts 2 aboard. So you almost hit the relief pitcher, now you hit the starting pitcher. It'll be Joe Dameron, who reached on an error and was picked off, but stayed in the rundown long enough for Mullen to score earlier, which at the time made it a 2-0 game. That one fouled off the screen. 0-1. First and second, nobody out. Silex has pushed that tying run across. Now they want to regain the lead. On the corner, 0-2. Good pitch from Graydon Coleman. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. Girl and her camera are making me nervous. Oh, and 2 to Dameron. Hits the curveball off the end of the bat back to the pitcher. Looks at the runner at second, throws out at first. Goes 1-3 on the putout, moves the runners over. So a productive out. And it'll be Ryder Whitman. Whitman struck out looking his first time up in that cleanup spot. Pops this one up and over the concession stand, out of play. 0-1. Home plate umpire calls out last ball going in play. That one's up high. 1-1. Beagle on deck. Time granted to the batter. As Coach Hufty goes through the signs. Second and third, 1 out, 3-3 ball game. Home half of the third inning. And the next, swung on and missed, 1-2. The high heat too much for Whitman. He's behind in the count. Coleman's next. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one outside. 3-2. So good job coming back by Whitman. Get himself back in the count. The 3-2 hit him. Second hit by pitch in the inning. And the bases are loaded. Well, if you're going to hit somebody with the pitch, may as well do it on 3-2. I made a living on that growing up, getting hit by 3-2 pitches. Most of those hit my foot, though. Now the bases are loaded for Beagle, who walks up to who let the dogs out. Fitting. Ethan, big spot. He had a sacrifice for an RBI his first time up. Can't do that. Well, I guess he can. Just 1 out. Thought there was 2. And a swing and a miss. 0-1. He sacrificed on a 1-1 pitch. And he's behind 0-2. That was back in the first inning, which made it 1-0 at the time. 3-3 now. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Graydon Coleman. And that'll bring in Dylan Benton. He's the right fielder now. Started in left. Moved over during the pitching change. This one grounded to the third baseman. Stepping on the bag to end the inning is David Troutman. Good play. Strands the bases loaded. We remain 3-3. Silex ties it up. We go to the fourth. Bowling Green coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
This is Jonah Jones with Community State Bank of Missouri. At Community State Bank, we believe in keeping your money where it matters, here at home. Community State Bank is committed to serving our neighbors with personalized financial solutions. Whether you're looking to grow your savings or need a loan for that next big step, we are here to help. Your loan decisions are made by people who understand your needs because we live here too. Community State Bank of Missouri with branches in Bowling Green and Troy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Now we're going to start the fourth just the way we started the third, 9-1-2 for Bowling Green in a 3-3 ball game. And a ball high on the first pitch to Calvin McCurdy. McCurdy struck out to start the third. Then Bowling Green sent 8 more to the plate and took a 3-2 lead. Silex ties it in the bottom half. There's a strike called, 0-2. Johnson in relief of Mullen. He walked a man, then got the third out. So his first full inning. And a swing and a miss. I guess he called one a ball. 1-2. First one must have been called a ball. This one hit to the second baseman, one a hop. Whitman tosses to Beagle. 4-3 on the putout. And McCurdy is put away. Guided one out there, and it almost looked like Whitman had his eyes closed, stuck out the glove and got that one on the bounce. Takes us back to the top of the order for Mason Murray. He's 2 for 2. A pair of singles and a run scored. Swing and a miss. 0-1. No balls, one strike. Curveball hangs. Stays outside, 1-1. Looked like it spun out of his hand. And the next. That one didn't break quite hard enough. 2-1. It's a miss the corner. One out, base is empty. Huber on deck. Murray, the batter, is trying to get on base for the third time. On the corner, 2-2. Went back to the fastball, got the bottom corner to the outside of the right-hand hitter. 2-2 pitch. He got him swinging. That's the second out. Murray down for the first time. That brings in Brady Huber. He's also been on base twice. Reached on an error and scored last inning and walked. So hasn't got a hit, but he's been on base both times. And the first pitch he sees in at-bat number 3 is a big hook, swung through it, 0-1. Huber, the only senior, only upperclassman, ready again. No batting gloves. Missing low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Huber with Graydon Coleman on deck. Three ball game, bases empty, 2 outs. And the next from Jack Johnson. Just didn't drop in, 2-1. Big looping curveball from Johnson. And the 2-1 offering to Huber. Caught the corner, 2-2. Huber thought about it, laid off. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Johnson looks in from the stretch. Is grounded to third. Nice pick by Mullen, throw across in time. 5-3 on the putout. Bowling Green goes in order for the first time, 1-2-3 from the 9-1 and 2 spots. And we've played 3.5 heading to the bottom of the 4th. Silex and Bowling Green tied at 3 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins, Barnes Roots and Herbs, and Mike Henry Excavating.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Gambino's Eatery in downtown Louisiana is hiring. We're looking for someone energetic, independent, and motivated to join our kitchen crew. If you enjoy kitchen, prep, and cooking, don't mind a little cleaning, and take pride in your work, we want to hear from you. You'll need to work well both on a team and independently. We're looking for someone dependable who wants to stick around and grow with us. Part-time or full-time positions available with competitive pay. Apply online now at gambinoseatery.com.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
3-3 ball game. Silex and Bowling Green. For the Owls, a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Hubbard. Gage Hubbard, Cameron Garcia, Evan Mailer, 7, 8, 9. Another big swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 to the Silex catcher. Bottom of the 4th inning. Up high, ball and 2 strikes. Hubbard was trying to sacrifice with a bunt, popped up that bunt, started a double play. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's at least one that Coleman has struck out in each of the first 4 innings, but he hasn't struck out more than 1 in any inning. Brings in Garcia. He was a strikeout victim to end the second. 0 for 1 today. Check swing, called a strike. Low. Evens the count at 1-1. Barely any wind. Still moving from right field to left. Across the outfield. Up and in. 2 balls and a strike. To Garcia. Mailer on deck. The 2-1. Outside. 3-1. Garcia started the game at third base, moved out to left field, and this one is popped up. Going to stay on the field of play. Moving over on it is Reedy, and it does run out of room. Into the Silex dugout. Count goes full. Interesting, swinging there. On 3-1. Now a full count to Garcia, and I'll have to protect. Coleman finds a baseball. Back on top of the rubber for a 3-2 pitch. Cameron Garcia. Here comes. And it hit him. That is the third Silex batter hit by a pitch. Second on a 3-2 count. So Garcia aboard. That one just nicked him. And Mailer will be the batter. He walked and scored the tying run last inning. Three ball game. Mailer. Against Coleman. Step off. As Coleman wants to know who's covering. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Evan Mailer. The next popped out of play. And it's 0-2. Mailer, a freshman, against the sophomore Coleman. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at first. He's going. This one up the middle. Slow. Throw to first is in time. Ooh. I thought maybe he had a chance at that one, but they got him by a full step. Runner goes down to second with 2 down. As that goes 4-3 on the putout of Mailer. Back to the top of the order for the pitcher, Jack Johnson. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Step off. And again, Coleman kind of directing the position players. That one rides inside to the left-handed hitting Jack Johnson for ball 1. Johnson has been on base twice today, both with singles, 1 an RBI. He scored a run and takes a strike. Ball on a strike now. He's the pitcher of record, so a hit likely means he's in the line for the win, as this one is going all the way to the wall over the right fielder. And they're going to say it went underneath the fence, so he'll have to stop at second. He'll turn around. He waited all the way to third and has to go back, but the run would have scored from second base. So they're going to keep it on the board. It's a RBI double. And a 4-3 lead for Silex as Johnson has picked up his third hit today. So the hit by pitch, Garcia comes all the way around to score. And now they will send that runner back to second. 4-3. The Owls, who had a 2-0 lead, fell behind 3-2, tied the ball game last inning, and have pulled back ahead here in the bottom of the fourth. Good ball game between Silex and Bowling Green. Now the starting pitcher, third baseman, Chase Mullen, takes a strike. Runner at second. 2 out. Funky curveball swung through, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base, and a run is scored for Silex. Swing and a miss, got him on 3 straight. Coleman brings out the heat, even with the breaking stuff. Strikes out Mullen, leaves Johnson at second, but Silex scores a run on that RBI ground rule double and takes a 4-3 lead to the fifth. Bowling Green coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Lynn's Heritage House, your home for affordable and home-like senior living, is perfect for independent seniors or those needing assistance with daily activities. Lynn's has a dedicated staff providing around-the-clock support and comprehensive health monitoring. Residents can relish the same lifestyle they've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing help is available when needed. If you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or needs care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's to set up a tour and visit soon. Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana.
Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service specializes in all things plumbing, from repairs and professional installations to detailed camera inspections and new home construction. Their expert team has you covered. Experience quality plumbing done right. Call Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service today at 573-719-9474.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
4-3 Silex, Bowling Green to bat here in the top of the fifth inning. And it'll be the pitcher Coleman in the 3 spot, then Scherter and Troutman. One-0. As Johnson delivers. Ooh, that one stayed way up high. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. And the next Coleman popped up on the curveball. Trouble, and unable to make the catch is the shortstop. He got twisted around. Going base hit on that one. Coleman aboard to lead things off. That was definitely in on the fists of the Bowling Green pitcher. And Coleman just muscled it out into short left center field. Twisted the Silex shortstop all around. I think he got a glove on it, but not going to give him an error on that. There's a strike on the first pitch. To Scherter. Good curveball to the lefty. 0-1. Second full inning of work for Johnson. He came in with 2 outs in the third. That one blocked by Hubbard, but it'll get away far enough that Coleman makes it to second base. 1-1 the count. Someone not happy behind us. Johnson and Hubbard talk about that. 1-1 count. That's a tying run out there at second base with nobody out. Scherter digs back in. The lefty. Ready? Lefty against lefty here. Johnson instead a step off. Coleman back without a throw. And the 1-1 pitch on its way. This one hit into right center field. Moving on it is Mailer. He goes to the ground, can't make the catch. That's going to be an error, and it's going to be a tie ball game. Into second is Scherter, and finally stepping on home plate is Coleman. We're knotted at 4 as lapse in defense here for Silex. We're knotted at 4. You don't see back-to-back errors or balls that could be caught, not caught from Silex very often. This one popped up. Into right center again, moving on it, and making the catch this time is Mailer. Runner stays at second. There's one away. That's the go-ahead run. And Scherter with 1 out. Ince will be the batter. He's walked and struck out 2 times to the plate today. And the first pitch he sees in at-bat number 3 is a strike called right down central from Jack Johnson. He was the last batter to face Mullen, so this is the first time he's seeing Johnson. Runner takes his lead off second. And the 0-1. Instead of step off, no throw. Takes his lead back, does Scherter. Bigger lead this time. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2. Inch threw the bat out there, couldn't connect. Try to poke it to the right side. Now he's down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. With Scherter at second, 1 out. Run is crossed to tie the game for Bowling Green. And the 0-2 from Johnson. Just outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Reedy on deck. And a 1-2 pitch. Heads to the plate. Fouled off over the concession stand, and Ince stays alive. Hunter wears number 1 and is the Bobcat second baseman. Bowling Green have been shut out in 2 of their last 3, so 4 runs is a welcome change. Swing and a miss. Good curveball, sweeping curveball to get Ince for the second time today, and that'll bring in Alex Reedy. That was just a good pitch from Jack Johnson. Reedy, the first baseman, has an RBI walk, has walked twice, but hasn't made it past first base. That one drops. Ooh, called a strike. So caught the corner on the way through. Reedy walked in the second, was erased on a double play. And was walked again in the third inning, an RBI. That one is swung on and missed, 0-2. In a 4-4 game. Top of the fifth, Bowling Green trying to push across that runner from second, take the lead for the second time today. We're down 2-0, led 3-2. Silex tied it, came back. The Owls took the lead the next inning, and Bowling Green has tied it again. And a swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Runner stranded at second base. We head to the home half, 4-4. Silex and Bowling Green on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Bottom of the fifth we go, and it's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Silex as Joe Dameron leads things off. He's grounded back to the pitcher and reached on an error, but was picked off of first base, stayed in the rundown in the first inning long enough for Mullen to score. And he takes a ball to start his third trip to the plate. 1-0. 2-0 is that one off the glove of Murray and back to the screen. Bobcats 1-9 on the season. Silex 4-4. Swing and a miss. Big cut. Dameron came up empty. And it's 2-1. The next. Ooh, swung at one that broke hard out of the zone. 2-2. Ended it up a foot and a half out of the strike zone. Halfway through the left-hand batter's box. 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air to center. Huber backing up, and near the warning track makes the catch for the first out. Dameron gives it a ride, but he's retired for the second time today. And brings in Ryder Whitman. Ryder, just a freshman, batting in that cleanup spot today against Bowling Green. Takes one low and away. And the 1-0 fouled out of play. Evens the count, ball and a strike. To Whitman, who's been hit by a pitch and struck out looking today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, base is empty. The next from Coleman, ooh, a pie. 2 balls and a strike. Beagle on deck. And the 2-1. Couldn't hold up his swing. Evens count at 2-2. That's a hard breaking ball into the left-hand batter's box. Has become a new weapon for Coleman. Tried it again. Went too far out. And the count goes full. 3-2. To the cleanup hitter, Ryder Whitman. The payoff pitch. Fought off. Rode in on the hands of Whitman. We'll do it again. And another 3-2. Outside, and he walked him. 1 out walk. Puts a runner aboard. 4-4 ball game. So that's the potential go-ahead run for Silex here in the home half of the 5th as we're starting it late. Beagle fouls one at the plate, 0-1. He is struck out and hit a sacrifice, which did plate the first run. Coleman has a conversation with the home plate umpire. Gives him a new ball. He stomps the dust off the plate. Or uses his foot as a Swiffer to clean the plate. That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Beagle. The runner at first and 1 down. Innings are getting late, so you get a 1-run lead, you might be in pretty good position. 1-2 as that's called a strike. That one outside and back to the screen. Runner will take second. Count even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in a 4-4 game. Runner in scoring position now. That's the go-ahead run. And Ryder Whitman swing and a miss. He got him. That's a big pitch for Graydon Coleman and the Bobcats. Beagle strikes out for the 2nd consecutive time, and that'll bring in Dylan Benton, who's reached on an error and grounded out to the 3rd baseman. 0 for 2 today. And that one is low for ball 1. Whitman takes his lead off second. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. That one looked like it was going to be high. Benton took a cut at it and evens the count at 1-1 with Hubbard on deck. This one grounded slowly toward the shortstop deep in the hole. Throw across is not in time. And it's going to be runners at the corners now for Silex. He had to kind of see if that was going to go past the runner. Didn't want to run into him. Now we'll get Coach Jane out from the dugout to talk to Graydon Coleman. I think we might be in a pitch count situation and be forced to make a pitching change here in the home half of the fifth. 4-4 ball game. Now the go-ahead run for Silex is at third base. He hasn't given up the ball yet. Coleman hasn't. He's going to stay in the ball game for now. So it wasn't a pitch count situation yet. Threw 18 pitches in the first, 11 in the second, 22 in the third. We'll tally up the fourth and fifth innings here momentarily, a step off, and I think they're trying to get a little extra warm-up time. As the runners are at first and third, dancing off of first, and a big swing and a miss. On the first pitch to Hubbard, who was struck out and bunted into a double play. 0 for 2. That almost hit him. 1-1. Garcia, who was hit by a pitch this last time up, is on deck. Gage Hubbard digs back into the right-hand batter's box. And the 1-1 is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Baylor after Garcia. Runners at the corners. There are 2 outs. So Coleman and the Bobcats always a pitch away from getting out of this first and third jam. But you got to make a play. There's the strike called. 2-2. First and third, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Silex catcher and number 7 hitter. Here comes, runner goes off first, swing and a miss, and Silex leaves runners at the corners here in the 5th inning. We're tied at 4, Bowling Green coming up at Silex on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
I got Robert James out there doing a little landscaping here as we head to the 6th inning, tied at 4, Bowling Green and Silex, and the Bobcats will come up here with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Ganese, McCurdy, and then back to the top for Murray. Getting late in this ball game, a run could do it. It's easier for Silex. as they have that walk-off opportunity, being the home team. If they can hold Bowling Green, score a run in the bottom of the 6th inning, hold Bowling Green again, it's a win. If Bowling Green takes the lead this inning, they got to hold Silex twice. Two coaches having a conversation with the umpires. I think it has something to do with that area around first base. We've had a lot of rain lately, but the field looks pretty good. But obviously there's something that Bowling Green doesn't like. Johnson back out for the 6th inning. Coach Jane out again. The conversation ends. And we'll start at the top of the 6th inning. With Ganese. And Johnson's pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. He is grounded into a double play and struck out 0 for 2 today. The 0-1. Outside and back to the screen. A ball and a strike. As McCurdy gives that back to the home plate umpire. And everyone's ready. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. You got to protect that outside corner. That's what Ganese was doing there, but came up empty. It's been a strike most of the day. And a 1-2 count. Here's the next. Lays off the high pitch and a little from Johnson as he released that ball. He knew he missed his release point. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next in the dirt, 3-2. And that's what happens after you miss your release point up high. You put one into the dirt. 3-2 to the number 8 man in the Bowling Green order, Carson Canese. Payoff, heads to the plate, and he missed low. It's a leadoff walk. Good at bat for the sophomore Canese. That'll bring in the freshman McCurdy. There must be a wet spot there. Now they've got some field dry out there. And they'll try and work that in. This is a extremely nice field. They're going to do the same thing in front of third base. They sunk a lot of money into this field the last few years. After they built the softball diamond across the street, they made this one a lot more baseball only, with the replacement of all the grass and infield. And you can do all that, but with the amount of rain that's moved through this area the last few weeks, you're going to still have situations like this that cause the coaches and players to have to drag out a bag of field dry. Spirited discussion between the two coaches. Now everyone's ready. Four ball game. Runner at first. Nobody out. Walk to the leadoff hitter. Showing bunt, and he bunts it in the air and unable to track it down is Hubbard. He gave it a good shot. McCurdy behind in the count 0-1. No balls, one strike. Johnson. To McCurdy. Showing bunt again. Couldn't get it down. Runner stays at first, and it's 0-2. He is struck out and grounded out. 0 for 2 today. This Calvin McCurdy. Ninth place hitter for the Bobcats. Very young Bobcat team. Very young on both sides. That one in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Four is the score and the Silex record right now. They're hoping to get over 500 again. Up high, 2-2. Bowling Green searching for their second win of the season. They are 1-9. Lost 6 in a row to start the season. Picked up a win and have now dropped their last 3. All by 10-plus runs. Swing and a miss. After 2 out of the zone, Johnson gets McCurdy to swing through that one. Collects the strikeout. That brings us back to the top of the order for Mason Murray, who's 2 for 3. Pair of singles and a strikeout. 1 on, 1 out here for the Bobcats in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss there. That's 0-1. And another heads to the plate. That one in for strike 2. Looked like it was going to hang up out of the zone. Drops in last second for the second strike. 0-2, he has Murray set up. Runner at first, 1 out. The next from Johnson. Outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Wasted pitch. Silex scored twice in the first. Allowed 3 runs in the third. Tied it up in the bottom half. Took the 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 4th. And Bowling Green tied it in the top of the 5th. We're in the top of the 6th now. This one hit sharply to the shortstop. Out at second. The turn. And he spiked it. Having to come off the bag was Beagle, but he saved it from going all the way to the fence. A fielder's choice. Goes 6-4. There's 2 away. About 10 minutes to 7. This game has gone long. A tight one between these 2 ball clubs. The batter is going to be Brady Huber. Go ahead run at first base now with 2 outs. Strikeout and a fielder's choice after the leadoff walk. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Murray takes his lead off of first, on base for the third time. 2 for 4 today. And a check, and he almost had him picked off. Throw is just a little lower. Beagle probably could have tapped that top of his head for the third out. The 0-1 to Huber. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Huber walked and was forced out in the first inning. Reached on an error and scored in the third. Grounded to the third baseman in the fourth inning. Batting for the fourth time. Behind in the count, 0-2. And this one hit under the glove of the second baseman into short left field. They're going to try and get the runner at third, and now it's kind of sleeping on it. Was the third baseman, and that allows the runner to go into second. So now second and third with 2 outs. And Coleman, the pitcher, will be intentionally passed to load the bases. Bases loaded now with 2 outs. Intentional walk of Graydon Coleman to bring in the cleanup hitter, Brendan Scherter, who has put the ball in play all 3 times. Reached on an error, a fielder's choice, and a pop out to third. Takes the ball. That's exactly how he wanted to start, the lefty. Getting ahead in the count against Johnson with the bases loaded. Second time Bowling Green's had the bases loaded against Johnson. That's the situation he came into in relief. Ooh, that's a good curveball, 1-1. Especially to the lefty. Looks like it's going to hit you in the shoulder, then drop straight in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. The next. Low and away, 2-1. And the next. This one back to the pitcher. Good snag by Johnson. Throw to first, 1-3 on the putout. And Bowling Green leaves the bases loaded in the top of the 6th inning. This game's still knotted at 4. Silex coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Ackles Farm Market, Noah Builders, and Mike Ingram Plumbing Sales and Service.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Hi, I'm Tara Grody with People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Missouri. As a true community bank, we're here for you today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Looking for a new bank? We make switching easy. Keep your banking local and bank where you matter. Visit us online at OURPSB.com. People's Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
State Farm in Pittsville understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance needs. Call or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsville is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsville, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
New pitcher for Bowling Green will be the former catcher Mason Murray. Coleman goes from the top of the hill to third base, and the third baseman Troutman is now behind the plate. So those are the only three, I believe, that moved. Looks right. Murray finishing his warm-up tosses as the throw eventually goes down from Troutman. We're ready for the bottom of the sixth inning. And for the home team, Silex Owls, it's going to be 8, 9, and 1. Garcia, Mailer, and the pitcher Johnson. Cameron Garcia, the first to face Mason Murray. He takes a ball outside, 1-0. Garcia has been hit by a pitch, scored a run, struck out, and fouls that one off the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Really late in this one, tie ball game. 4-4. Bowling Green would love to steal one here on the road for their second win as this one's hit to the shortstop. Bobbled out there by Scherter. Throw across is in time. Garcia retired for the first out. That's the second time. It looked like Silex was going to get an infield hit, only to be thrown out by a full step. 6-3 on the putout. That'll bring in Mailer. And that's a strike called. That one outside. Two now to Mailer. This one popped up. Center field on the run is Huber, and he makes the catch for the second out. That'll bring in the top of the order with 2 outs and the base is empty. Johnson. Hits it in the air. Left field, short left field, and it will drop behind the shortstop. Outfielders were late breaking. Scherter couldn't get out there, and it's a 2-out hit. That's the go-ahead run aboard for Silex here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mullen with 2 outs, trying to keep this line moving, and that one's up and in for ball 1. So first pitch swinging was Johnson, and he found a hole. The 1-0, swing and a miss, huge cut there, as Mullen was trying to give the Owls a 2-run lead with that swing. Came up empty, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Step off by Murray. And the next, on the swing, it's strike 2. Couldn't hold up. And Mullen behind 1-2. Johnson takes his lead off of first base. He's running, and this one is hit foul down the left field line and actually hits the rolled tarp. Still 1-2. First inning of work for Murray in relief of Coleman. So both the starters will get a no decision. Mullen started the game for Silex, only pitched 2 2/3. Runner going again, and that's strike 3. Ooh, called a ball, stolen base. pretty good. May have dropped a little lower than I thought as it reached the plate. 2-2. Runner at second now with 2 outs. Holds. Oh, they're going to call him out on the swing, maybe? That ends the inning, leaves the runner in scoring position. We're heading to the 7th, tied at 4. Bowling Green coming up against Silex on Eagle 102 Sports.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. Open every day 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Pepsi.
To the 7th inning here from Silex High School, tied at 4. Bowling Green comes up on the road, so they need a run and a hold to sneak out of here with a win. Silex needs a hold and a run to walk it off here at Silex High School. And that's a ball up the middle. Shortstop fields it behind the bag, and he is out at first. Good play moving across. That's Mullen at shortstop. Dameron moved over to third base. Regardless, that's the first out. It was 6-3 on the put out of Troutman. Brings in Ince. He takes the ball high. Oh, and 1. Swing and a miss. A ball and a strike. 1 out, base is empty. And the next heads to the plate outside. 2-1. Bobcats and the Owls on a Tuesday afternoon. The next, swing and a miss. 2-2. Count even with the bases empty and 1 down. And another heads to the plate, and that's swung on and missed. And the second out. Second or third time that Ince has struck out today, and that'll bring in Alex Reedy. Reedy with the bases empty, faces Johnson again. Jack kicks, delivers inside, 1-0. He is struck out, walked, and actually walked twice. One of those was an RBI walk. The 1-0, outside, 2-0. Back to the screen. New ball goes out to the pitcher. 2 outs, base is empty. For the Owls in the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be the heart of the order with Dameron, Whitman, and Beagle. So they try and walk it off if they can hold it, and there's a strike called. 2-1. Bowling Green 1-9, Silex 4-4. Just over a month into the season. That one misses high and wide, 3-1. Base is empty. 2 down. And the 3-1 is swung on and missed. Had a good one to hit there on 3-1. Now double play and struck out. 2 outs, runner aboard. And he takes a strike. Walking lead off of first, and Reedy goes back. 0-1. In a tie game. Oh, and 2. Little break to it. Been a cutter. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first base. Johnson against Canese. Silex trying to send it tied to the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Bowling Green leaves a runner aboard. We're going to the bottom of the 7th, all knotted at 4. Silex coming up against Bowling Green on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins, Barnes Roots and Herbs, and Mike Henry Excavating.
Bottom of the 7th. Bowling Green need to stop here to force extra innings. Silex wants to push one across here and end it in 7. 4-4 ball game. It's going to be Dameron, Whitman, and Beagle, 3, 4, and 5 for the Owls. And first pitch from Murray is outside for ball 1. First time Dameron and Murray have hooked up today. Popped out of play and up the hill. 1-1. The next, good breaking ball, just misses outside, 2-1. Dameron wanted to chase, able to hold himself up and get ahead in the count. The 2-1 offering, up high, 3-1. And the next, it's fouled. off the very top of the screen and over the Silex dugout. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dameron leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for Silex. The payoff, fouled off. And just past the car parked next to the concession stand. Still 3-2. Whitman on deck, who's been on base a couple of times. Still looking for his first hit. Dameron looking for his first hit. He's reached on an air, grounded out, and flown out. Been on base, but wants a hit. Double walk, too. Get on base. And he will. Take ball 4 and head down as the potential winning run. Brings in Ryder Whitman. Said what he did today. A 4-4 game. That's the winning run there, as it's a foul ball as it rode in on the bunt attempt of Whitman. That was a self-preservation contact there. 0-1. Runner has to return to first base. Silex trying to scratch it out. Play a little small ball here in the bottom of the 7th to steal this win. Showing bunt again instead of step off, and crawling back to the bag is Dameron at first. 0-1. Pulls back, takes strike 2. There's the cleanup hitter Whitman up there showing bunt, and he hasn't been able to get it down in the first 2 pitches. Now he's behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, and that one fouled back behind us. Still 0-2. And again, they need some baseballs. His last one. Back out to Murray. As he takes on Whitman. Has him 0-2. Runner at first. Nobody out. And that is strike 3 called. Took it right down the middle, the backward K. Is the second recorded strikeout by Murray in relief. His second inning of work in relief of Graydon Coleman. Brings in Beagle. And time granted to the batter. Dameron's at first, 1 out. The first to Beagle is on the corner for strike 1. He has struck out twice and sacrificed for an RBI, yet to be on base today. Dylan Benton on deck. He's been on base a couple of times. 0-2, swing and a miss. Mason Murray, after the leadoff walk, struck out a man, has the next 0-2, and here it is. Runner goes, swing and a miss. He's out. Throw to second. He's safe. Stolen base puts the winning run in scoring position. Going to take a 2-out something here from Dylan Benton to end this game in regulation. With the second baseman covering, there's a big hole between first and second, and he takes a ball outside. 1-0. He has a single and reached on an error. Takes that one for a low strike, 1-1. Benton wears number 21. Now the shortstop is covering. Swing and a miss, and we're a strike away from extra innings. Murray trying to send it to the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Outside. 2-2. The runner takes third. Now, Coleman calling in everybody from third base with a runner at third and 2 outs. A 2-2 count. Conversation ends quickly. Here we go. Big pitch. Murray against Dylan Benton. 2-2. Runner at third. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes. Swing and a miss. We're going to extras. Silex leaves the winning run at third base. Bowling Green coming up. Knotted at 4 after 7 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals. Join thousands of satisfied customers and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Extra innings, top of the 8th. For Bowling Green, it's going to be McCurdy, Murray, and Huber, 9-1-2, as they try and grab the win here in extras. Trying to pick up their second win of the season as the throw goes down. Johnson's still out there. He's got to be getting close to a pitch limit. He came in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Faced a couple of batters in that inning. He's been the pitcher ever since. McCurdy trots out to the right-hand batter's box. He's ready. Johnson's ready. We're ready for the 8th inning. And that's up high. 1-0. McCurdy has struck out twice and grounded out. 0 for 3 today. Outside again, 2-0. Trying to get on for the first time in this game. Four. That one's up high. 3-0 to the number 9 hitter. He's going to have to throw some strikes. Johnson working that gum and works a strike into the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnson has the sign. See if he does another get-over fastball. He doesn't, and he walks him. Lead-off walk, go-ahead run is on for Bowling Green with the top of the order coming up. I was wondering if maybe they were going to pinch run for McCurdy, but they're going to leave him at first base. Short lead. And And the pitch to Murray, swung on and missed. So he was trying to give Bowling Green a 2-run lead with that swing. One might do it, 2 would be better for either. Popped up, out of play behind us, up the hill. Quickly 0-2 to the pitcher Murray. He was not far off on that one. And they need some more baseballs as the last one goes in again. 0-2. The runner on, nobody out. Swinging at a high curveball and making the catch is Chase Mullen, the shortstop, for the first out. Chasing one way out of the zone, and it'll be Huber. Brady has walked, reached on an error, singled, and grounded to third. And this is the start of his 5th at bat with a swing and a miss on the curveball that dropped at his feet. McCurdy led off with a walk, pop out to short. And the next to Brady Huber. Showing bunt. He gets it down to the pitcher. Throw is high, but they get the out. Sacrifice is good. 1-3 on the putout. And Huber comes up limping a little bit. He may hit that wet spot there. So Coleman with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. So bunting the runner over. And they intentionally walk Coleman for the 2nd straight time. So now runners at first and second for Scherner. That one bounces in, 1-0. Intentional walk of Graydon Coleman to put runners at first and second, create that force at any base. Here with 2 outs. Trying to hold up, he swung at the high fastball. 1-1. Ball got away from Johnson, backed up nicely by Whitman. The 1-1 to the left hand hitting, Brendan Scherner. Almost hit him, spun away. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Go ahead run in scoring position for Bowling Green here in the top of the 8th. There's a strike on the curveball, 2-2. He's leaving himself susceptible by that by being so close to the plate. That one almost hit him. That was a pitch that he could have drove down the first base line if he were in the middle of the box. Crowding again. And takes strike 3 the same way. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Struck out looking, leaves 2 aboard. 4-4. Silex will try and walk it off when we come back on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
This is Jonah Jones with Community State Bank of Missouri. At Community State Bank, we believe in keeping your money where it matters, here at home. Community State Bank is committed to serving our neighbors with personalized financial solutions. Whether you're looking to grow your savings or need a loan for that next big step, we are here to help. Your loan decisions are made by people who understand your needs because we live here too. Community State Bank of Missouri with branches in Bowling Green and Troy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Silex here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hubbard, Garcia, and Mailer have all been on base except for Hubbard. Hubbard looking to get on for the first time. 4-4 ball game. Bowling Green left the go-ahead run in scoring position after he left 2 on in the top half of this first extra inning. Murray delivers a ball low on the first pitch to Gage Hubbard. 1-0. Make it 2-0. That one missed up high. Murray in relief of Graydon Coleman. This one hit in the air. Foul territory. Coleman gives it a look, and it'll drop in front of the fence. 2-1. Swinging at a high pitch, 2-0. Two balls, one strike. To the 7th place hitter, Gage Hubbard. The next pitch from Mason Murray. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Had him 2-0 now. Ball gets away. 2-2. And the next misses outside with the fastball. A little wide, a little low. Good pitch, but Hubbard didn't chase. And the count goes full. The 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Going to stay on the field of play. Pitcher wants it. And he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. That'll bring in Cameron Garcia, who has struck out, grounded to the shortstop, and been hit by a pitch and scored a run. Batting for the 4th time here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Silex. Two young teams, but a pretty good ball game. Low for ball 1. But friends, we must have a winner. Will it be in the 8th, 9th, 10th inning? Yet to be determined. So that one misses high, and Garcia ahead in the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The next from Murray is low, 3-0. And the next, called a strike as Garcia is making his way down to first, called back by the home plate umpire. Here's the next. That one missed inside. And he walked him. Took one more pitch than Garcia thought it should have, but he's aboard as the potential winning run with Evan Mailer coming to the plate. Mailer has walked, grounded to the second baseman, and flown out to center. Foul tips that into the glove, 0-1. Mailer has scored a run in this ball game. One of the 4 plated so far by Silex. 0-1. This one grounded to the second baseman. And off his glove into short center field. They're going to hold the runners at first and second. E4. And now there's runners at first and second with 1 out for Silex. We'll have more Bowling Green baseball on Thursday as they travel to Van Far. 5 o'clock first pitch, 4:45 pregame on Eagle 102 Sports. Take Eagle 102 with you with the KJFM radio app. Available for Android and iOS. You can listen on your Alexa-enabled device. Or the good old-fashioned way. The way it was intended right here on KJFM radio. Quick visit from Coach Jane. Bobcats back to their positions. The softball game ended up going to Pittsfield over Pleasant Hill 4-3. So I think that was a Pittsfield sweep over Pleasant Hill as the 2 teams met as that one goes up high on the first pitch to Johnson. Swing and a miss. Both diamonds were working over at Pittsfield against Pleasant Hill. It was a Saki sweep. Our on-air game was the softball game, 4-3. Almost hits Johnson. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and second, 1 out. A run is a win for Silex. Here in the bottom of the 8th, step off. Murray against Johnson. Will one of these 2 pitchers be the... Oh, you hit him. Then the bases are loaded. Down to second goes Mailer. Over to third goes Garcia. And Johnson, hit by the pitch, takes his spot at first. And the batter is going to be today's starting pitcher, the shortstop, Chase Mullen. And there is nowhere to put him. They have to play in for the play at the plate. This one hit into center, and Silex is going to win this ball game. 5-4 is the final. As in to score is Cameron Garcia on the RBI by Chase Mullen to walk it off. The Owls 5, the Bobcats 4. Back with the postgame after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Gambino's Eatery in downtown Louisiana is hiring. We're looking for someone energetic, independent, and motivated to join our kitchen crew. If you enjoy kitchen, prep, and cooking, don't mind a little cleaning, and take pride in your work, we want to hear from you. You'll need to work well both on a team and independently. We're looking for someone dependable who wants to stick around and grow with us. Part-time or full-time positions available with competitive pay. Apply online now at gambinoseatery.com.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Postgame Show on KJFM Radio.
Final in this one, Silex 5, Bobcats 4. Walked it off in 8 innings. The hero for Silex is Chase Mullen, who was actually at one time in line to take the loss as pitcher, but Silex tied it back up, and he ends up getting the game-winning RBI on a bases-loaded single with 1 out in the 8th inning. Coming around is Cameron Garcia to score the game's final run, the 5th run to beat Bowling Green in extra innings in walk-off fashion. Here's how the scoring went. It was Silex who scored first with 2 in the top of the 1st inning on a sacrifice by Ethan Beagle, and then Joe Dameron was picked off of first. While he was in the rundown, Mullen was able to score the 2nd run to make it 2-0, but that pickoff ended the inning with only 2 runs crossing. Stayed like that until the top of the 3rd when Bowling Green came up and actually knocked Mullen out of the game as they loaded the bases, got 2 across as Graydon Coleman had an RBI single. Reedy had an RBI walk, and an error scored the 2nd run of the ball game, and it was 3-2 in favor of Bowling Green heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Silex tied it up, however, a couple of hit-by pitches in there, and an RBI single by Jack Johnson tied the game at 3. Silex took a 4-3 lead the very next inning on an RBI double by Johnson. It was actually went under the fence. He would have been into 3rd easily, but it ends up being a ground rule double. Scoring on the play was Garcia. Garcia actually had scored the go-ahead run twice in this game, one being the walk-off, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Bowling Green tied it the next half inning. That would be the top of the 5th inning as a single by Coleman, an error on the center fielder, and a wild pitch in there as well. Coleman came around to score to tie the game at 4. Went through the 6th, no more scoring. Went through the 7th, no more scoring. Top of the 8th, no scoring for Bowling Green. Backward K of Scherter sent us to the bottom of the 8th, where Hubbard flew out in foul territory to the pitcher, followed by a walk to Garcia. Mailer reached on an error. Johnson was hit by a pitch, and then Mullen, the single up the middle to score Garcia and win this ball game by a final of 5-4. Silex over Bowling Green this afternoon. The win goes to Johnson. Taking the loss is Mason Murray. Both pitched very well in relief of their starters. 5-4 the final. Silex over Bowling Green. We'll see you Thursday for more baseball as Bowling Green travels to Van Far to take on the Indians here on Eagle 102 Sports.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.